Lesson 13, Part 1b, fifth stem consonant changes. Just like in several other stems, there can be some irregularities when a stem ends with a labial, P, beta, or phi, a dental, sigma, delta, tau, zeta, or a velar, kappa, gamma, chi, or double sigma. Technically, double sigma is not a velar, but it acts like one. Because there is no theme vowel, the consonant at the end of the stem will interact differently with the different endings. Before we saw this happen, when a letter got added to part of the stem before we had any theme vowel or endings, now this is actually the ending interacting directly with the stem. And so depending on what the ending starts with, there's going to be a different interaction. So let's look first at the dentals. A dental consonant becomes a sigma before a mu or a tau. And then when added to a sigma, one sigma drops out. So delta plus mu equals sigma mu. Delta plus tau equals sigma tau. Delta plus sigma equals just a plain sigma. So that's going to look like this. Didaxasmai, didaxasai, didaxastai, didaxasmetha, didaxaste, and then these never occur in the third person plural. If someone needs to make a perfect middle passive indicative on one of these verbs in the third person plural, you have to do it this really convoluted other way that we'll learn like lesson 20 or 21 called paraphrasis. You can't do it with this form. It just doesn't ever happen. Now this formula here is going to work the same with all of these other ones as well. Whatever the letter is at the beginning will change into a sigma before the mu or before the tau, or will just become one sigma. So these are the ones that do it. Baptizo becomes baptise, because as you can see, it's going to always be a sigma there. Doxazo becomes didaxas, and that one is a deponent. Hetoimazo becomes hetoimas. Euangelizo becomes euangelis. Petho becomes pepes. Perazo becomes peperas. Sozo becomes sesos. All right, then we've got the labials. A labial consonant, a P, a beta, or a phi, all the ones made with your lips, become a mu before a mu and becomes a P before a tau. When added to a sigma, they together make a psi. That's a little bit tricky. So phi plus mu equals double mu, or P plus mu equals double mu, or beta plus mu equals double mu. Phi plus tau equals P tau. Same thing's going to happen with P plus tau equals P tau. Beta plus tau equals P tau. Phi plus sigma equals psi. P plus sigma equals psi. Beta plus sigma equals psi. So that's going to show up differently depending on where it happens. So we've got gegramai, gegropsai, gegroptai, gegrametha, and then this doesn't show up in the second person plural or in the third person plural. And the only one that does this is grapho, which is gegraph. We can't change that phi to something because it's inconsistent in what it stays into. So we'll just leave it as a phi, and then we'll change it as needed, or observe changes as needed. Then we've got the velars. Velar consonants become gamma before mu, become kappa before tau, and combine with the sigma to make a xi. So this can be a gamma, a kappa, a chi, or a double sigma will do this as well. So gamma plus mu equals gamma mu. Of course, if it was maybe a kappa plus a mu would become a gamma mu. Gamma plus tau equals kappa tau. Chi plus tau equals kappa tau. Gamma plus sigma equals xi. So chi plus sigma would also equal xi. And so here's what this would look like. Dediogmai, dedioxai, dedioctai, dediogmetha, and then doesn't show up in the second person plural or the third person plural. So these are the verbs that do that. Hupatasso, becomes essentially hoopa tatag. Of course, it could change into those two spots there. Dechamai becomes dedeg. Dioko becomes dediog. Praso becomes peprag. Sunago becomes suneg. So summary, learn the forms.